All right, welcome back to another playoff edition to the Davey Gillum Show, sponsored by Exterior Home Solutions. If you have storm damage or just need someone to come look at your house, give our good friends Jeff Hedrick a call at 524-5888. Coach, we're live here tonight at Edgemoor Outdoors in Claxton, Tennessee. Come out and see Vance and his all-star sales team staff here for your next fishing or outdoor adventure. Coach, welcome back to the show. Congratulations on another giant playoff win, a huge atmosphere, an incredible game. All the way to the very end right there, just a great game, great atmosphere. The fireworks were unbelievable. Russ set up another huge pregame show. I think it's a great extravaganza for the whole community to see. Sellout crowd right there, a lot of fun. Coach, talk a little bit about the big win.
Yeah, so like you're saying, great atmosphere. You know, it's special when you get to that round 2, round 3 games with E-Town and Greenville. You know, when you get like crosstown rivalries, us, Clinton,
Powell,
games like that, Powell, those are big. But when you develop your own rivalry over the years with other elite programs, it's I don't want to say next level, but it's special.
It is special.
And they've got great football communities, and they travel.
Man, what a great crowd too! Yeah, Elizabeth brought their community down there for sure.
You get that SEC top atmosphere where they've got their own fan base. It's huge. They're successful. You've got your fan base. It's huge. They're successful. And
just a clash of the Titans out there on the field. A lot of fun.
And it's great football, great fans, all that kind of thing.
Yeah, so huge plays.
Electric atmosphere. Beautiful night. Again, Russ did a great job with fireworks. Also want to shout out to Mike Malakote, Dixie Roofing, and Lance and E. Hill. I think they went above and beyond to sponsor us for the week, and it definitely showed.
The atmosphere was absolutely incredible. The pregame show with the fireworks, I think it may have been the biggest one. The 40-foot flamethrowers, the smoke show, the fireworks across the top of the field house, back behind the jumbotron. Everybody's seen it, but last Friday was spectacular.
You know, seeing it on film, you can only get maybe a fourth of it into a camera view because there's so much going on everywhere. So Russ and Chris Steiner, those guys, you know, set up for hours. And we appreciate all the time that goes into it.
Did a great job.
Just so much goes into any Friday night, but when it gets to playoff time, people realize it's special. Community realize special, and they go above and beyond.
One of the things that I think back on, Coach, as we go through the playoffs from 2009 when you first arrived to here, and we've been in third-round games, been in semifinal games, been in second-round games. The stories that come out of those games as you go each year, you know, in the third-round games. I can remember the third-round game at Columbia in 2009. I can remember the third-round game in 2010. You know, just great stories, football heroes coming out of those games.
Yeah, and you and me and some of the other coaches, we get to be a part of all those memories.
Yeah.
But each class has their own little special memory. Like you say, 2009. Columbia, that was a special game. I think I lost about 5 years of my life down in Columbia that night. You know, I think it was the next year at Clinton, round 2.
We went,
huge game.
They've
been the same year, Powell, round 3.
A lot of fun.
Just so many games over the years, but you know, definitely since 2017, we've developed some big time rivalries with Greenville and E-Town. Man, they're special.
Coach Witten does a great job up there, gets his community excited. Their whole town, like I said,
every year, like I was saying, I think one of the best compliments I could give Coach Witten and his staff is, you know, the names change, but the team doesn't.
Right.
You know, it's just.
We talked about that last week.
They put somebody else in, they coach them up, they're disciplined, they're tough, they're physical, and Coach Witten and those guys do a great job. So, you know, we knew last year when we were playing those guys in, I think, 4th game of the season or 6th, whatever it was, that their early schedule wasn't going to tell the tale, and we knew in the second round when we got them that, you know,
they were a different team for sure.
They were a different team, and that you know, even all the way to state title. Pearl Collins by far the most talented team we played, maybe the most talented team I've seen since we've been in high school overall. But Elizabeth was the best football team we played all last year. That's a credit to those guys up there, the job they do. Their program, I think they're trying to do things like we do, build community and those type things. And they do a great job. But anyway, back to the game. It was a great night for Anderson County. Great showing, packed out.
Nick Moog, 100 yards again. I think he's done that each of the last 8 games he's played in 9 games, 10 games he's played in. 80, 90, 100, 110 yards, somewhere in there every single game.
Yeah, Nick, I mean, he's a staple. Offensive line played great. Zay Hall played great, had some big plays, really.
209 yards, I think, passing.
209 passing, 3 TDs. Dalen Cole is lights out.
2 interceptions. Dalen Cole had.
Yep.
We'll see those here in just a few minutes.
2 touchdowns receiving. 2 huge plays when Zay scrambled and extended the play, and Dalen kept moving. And those two have developed some chemistry over the course of the season. It seems like whenever Zay scrambles, Dalen's the one he finds. Maybe some of Dalen's basketball background coming into play, but he just always keeps moving.
Yep.
And, you know, I think we dominated the game at the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball from start to finish. But as far as putting points on the board, those 2 or 3 scramble plays were really
the big thing that sticks out to me Friday night, Coach, other than the scramble plays for touchdowns. The defense held them 5 times inside the 20, I think. Most of the third quarter, they were inside our 20-yard line, and they could not punch it in no matter what. I mean,
defense was.
It took It took a penalty to get them in the end zone.
Yeah, defense was just awesome. They've been good all year. Elizabeth and I will say schematically maybe the most balanced team we play all year. They do a good job having answers in the pass game, answers in the run game. They are a run-first team, and they do a lot of formations, a lot of personnels. And we were worried going in that we may not be able to match personnel. It takes a lot from Coach Sloan and the guys in the box to see who's coming in, who's coming out, to make sure we get the appropriate personnel. And then we got to line up right to 5 or 6 heavy formations. And we knew if we could do that consistently and logistically correct, that we put ourselves in a good chance to be successful. Now, coaching staff did a great job preparing them. They did, and I could not ask more for the kids. They were awesome. Just a team that loves to run the ball as much as possible. Had trouble getting to the line of scrimmage. Not once, not twice, but drive after drive, to the point that you're really in the second quarter, and maybe one of the most physical teams in the state just abandoned and just said, we're not barking up this tree anymore. We're going 100% pass in the whole second half. And that was a game we were happy to see them play.
Right before halftime, Coach, we get down there in the field. Zay Hall throws one to Xavier James down there. Right, I think it's a slant route right there, a little 6-yard slant.
So Coach Chow had a run called, but he's always got a backside outlet.
Big play right before halftime. Needed that score and got it.
Yeah, I mean, we drove the ball down the field. We got a big pass play to Strickland a little bit before that. But big thing was we were controlling the game. And, the scary thing is in a game like that, and a game like coming up this week with Greenville, it is a physical ball control type game. There isn't going to be a ton of explosive plays. So you can dominate the game for 4 quarters and be up 7-0 or 7-6. And one play can be the difference in losing the game you've dominated. So not only did we dominate the line of scrimmage, win play after play, but we were the one that made the big plays, and it really separated on the scoreboard. At the end of the day, I don't feel like the score was really indicative to how much we controlled that game. Really, the score they got, the whole third quarter, they had the ball on our side, and it had more to do with just the nature of the field position and the way we started the second half. But I don't know how many plays they got inside the 20. But the only thing that gave them any hope was penalties. Some of them were earned, some of them wasn't. But really, we held them. They threw a slant on 4th down.
In the end zone.
I thought our kid
Riley Wolfenbarger made a great play.
I don't think you could have a teaching tape that was any cleaner or better than what he did. He jumped in front of the kid, wrong-armed it, and batted it down. I don't know if the guy panicked or what. But anyway, gave him a first down right there. And so,
Coach, speaking of the defense,
that was the only score they got on the night. And the only reason I complain the refs there is just because I want people to know our kids themselves, I really felt like they played so good that we didn't deserve to see a touchdown on that board.
Coach, speaking of the defense, great night last Friday night for the defensive line.
So we got Coach Sloan with us. He helps Coach Lambert, game plan, scheme-wise, all these things, implementation. But Coach Sloan had a huge night. When we had talked all week about all the different formations, things we had to get ready for, but when it comes game time, really, kids couldn't have done much better.
Oh yeah, they did awesome. I mean, you talked a lot about how dynamic E-Town is as an offense in terms of run pass, and really they've got a lot in their playbook as far as run scheme, and they just keep searching until they find something that works, and there was nothing there.
Not in the run game. I mean, I was impressed. My nature is I'm very pessimistic. Even when we're doing good, I'm seeing what could go wrong. But when I'm watching them run the ball early, not only are we hammering them, But I mean, they are getting those ball carriers are really getting racked up.
Oh yeah.
And there wasn't any light at the end of that tunnel.
Right.
It didn't take them too long to go a different direction.
Right. We reset the line of scrimmage. Backers played fast, fit downhill fast.
Yeah, you guys have put a lot of stress last few weeks in the inside drills and teams about linebacker fits and DL fits, and I mean, it was airtight.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And we lined up to everything correctly.
Yeah, it's big.
Which is big. You know, there've been weeks where we had a little trouble lining up, but we felt like we had a good game plan, and we were able to line up all the formations. And like you said, we got them out of their game plan early, and so that was big.
And I thought their quarterback played well in the throwing game, but again, that's not who they are.
Right.
We're more than happy to see give up a 15, 20-yard gain here and there to get them in that style of game, and it really paid dividends for us. We got sacks, we got picks, we got turnovers.
Again, credit to the DL. Like there were times where we got pressure with 3. I mean, we had some guys winning up front, like even in the pass game. Once we got them out of their game
we'll
plan.
Look at some
there.
video here in just a minute. Eli Nelson.
Wow. Nelson and Taylor Davis, all those guys up
Grayson
front
Bradshaw,
felt like they were winning.
All did a great
we
job
were winning blocks.
There,
But same guys always. Played awesome up front. DL. I think we're past the point of saying Eli may be the best in East Tennessee. That front 3 may be the best in East Tennessee. And it's given us a lot of freedom on the back end. Izzy Smalls, again, all over the place as a safety. Dalen Cole. Really, I don't know if we're giving him enough credit for the level he's playing that safety position right now as well.
What a massive game for him, both sides of the ball. Just a playmaker, just a savvy kid. He's around the ball, and he gets us right on the coverage end of it. He also gets down in there in the run fit when we have to ask him to. And so, we've got guys all over the field. And I don't know that we've ever had a defense as complete as we do now.
Yeah.
On the back end.
And we learned last year that we always want great players, but to win a state championship, it was more about being complete. We had great players, but the fact is we didn't have any Band-Aids on the field. Everybody could do a job at a very high level. So, and I think that showed with the defense. They've been awesome all year. Obviously, first couple of games we're all finding our way on both sides of the ball, but really our inside linebackers have gotten astronomically better. And then, part of the success, we talk about that DL and those safeties. The corners have held up in zero coverage, for 12 games now, half the plays. But we have 2 dynamic outsides with Trent Strickland and Nick Moog that can go fit run like a true linebacker and then play pass coverage better than most safeties.
We ask them to do a lot.
And both them guys are athletic, physical, and high IQs.
Right. Yeah.
That's rare.
We ask them to cover, we ask them to cover a slot. We ask them to set the edge. Sometimes we ask them to fold in there and fit in B gap, and they can do all of it. So
and neither one of them's hesitant. Trent's so impressive. You look at Nick and you see linebacker, tailback, safety, and you expect that kind of physical play. Trent's a little lighter. He's a true receiver body, but man, he's a
warrior.
How tough! What a heart!
Plays with reckless abandon, and that's what you got to do.
Just something about that kid. I don't ever know if I've ever seen him get hurt.
He's the little brother. He's the little brother of Brad. That's all I can keep saying.
Player, right?
Yeah, he's a legacy player.
So, Coach, we're going to go through some highlights here.
Yeah.
We'll talk through some of them. Maybe you can tell us what's going on here call-wise.
Yeah, in a 4 down front, and trying to spill everything out and doing a great job making it bounce.
Yeah, making our edge guys come in and wrong arm any trap block and bounce it out and take. And here you again.
That's a good fit by a backer right there.
Yeah, again, our backers fitting their gaps as soon as they see run action right now.
Again, wrong arm in the trap right there, making the back stop his feet, and then everybody gets there.
I don't know if it makes the highlights here because it was such a negative play for them, but early on, which any offense that watches us play defense is going to say, hey, these corners are left up just straight, press man, cover zero. We're going to take our shots, and we're going to make them pay for that. Maybe the third play of the game, they test us, and X don't even let them off the line, and they're like, well, we're done with that.
Yep, I remember that play. Yep.
But all season long, even going back to West, everybody's going to try that. And depending on their success, is going to tell whether they even try it again, because it's not their nature to just sit and throw that ball.
Right. And there was an example of us getting pressure with 3, you know, three guys rushing the quarterback, and we get back there in his face, move him off the spot. I mean, that was big. He was big.
See what we got here. We got.
Those plays inside the 20-yard line there.
I don't know how that one got on our highlights there. To tell you the truth, we got out leveraged a little in the flats, a little stick concept.
Great tackle right there.
What happens after here?
The end zone right
First
there.
and goal on the 2, and just go backward.
Yeah, penetrating gaps and, you know, getting off blocks and making plays, and that's tough, you know.
That was a 4th down there.
Right.
It was big, and you know, so you're playing now. We got a huge test this week. We'll talk about that later, but I think here we get a little closer up. Who's that wrong arm in there? Just Taylor Davis.
Taylor Davis,
I mean, just
in there.
going through 2 blocks. Now the guy kept it inside, but there just wasn't enough there. We're getting sprint out. Cody Miller chasing it down. Yeah, I mean that's big time hustle when you're chasing a sprint out from backside. Get another one, Dalen Cole here. Great break
on the ball.
Big pick. You know,
and y'all mentioned it, but just, you know, that's red zone series after series after series, and just answering the bell.
And honestly, we held them more than that. This was a great call by you and Coach Lambert.
Yeah.
Corner blitz from the. And we had called that corner blitz several times, but play calls had kind of got him out of it. Fast screens away or something, run away, something like that.
We made him pull it down on that one, and
here we go. Another contested throw. I think we're in tread coverage there, so we got a guy underneath. He has to throw it a little high. You get exactly what you want out of that. It hits the safety in the hands and make a big play.
Beautiful.
Oh man,
great move right there. That's just winning a one-on-one on a pass rush.
Is that Davis again?
I think that was Davis.
Yeah, I'm just going by the celebration, but I think that's Taylor.
Yeah.
All right, now we're on offense here. You pause that. Okay. So again, big night. One thing I want to compliment the defense on. You know, seeing the E-Towns, the Greenvilles, the Knox West, the guys that are playing defense, I think the level we're playing, their guys are playing one way, and you know, the heart of that thing with our DL and linebackers, those guys are all playing both ways. And that's hard to do as a DL-OL. That's a physical battle.
Such a difficult ask, I mean, for somebody. And it's not you're in a wrestling match every play. You know,
and those guys, because the nature of what we do, a lot of times they're getting double teamed.
Yep, fighting through
that's
double
exhausting.
teams. And, it is. That, you know, Grayson and Nelson doing that all year. It's just, you know, I can't say enough about those 2 guys doing that.
Yeah, so a big night for us. So, Coach, we'll get on to Greenville here just a little bit. Undefeated, typical Greenville team. As physical as we've seen in the last 6 or 7 years.
Yep.
A little more dynamic on offense than they've been in the past. You know, looking at them, what do we need to do to be successful this week?
I mean, they want to make it a physical game. They want to run the football, you know, and they want to beat you up front. So we're
then fast screen on the perimeter when the number counts there and all that.
And they're got some explosive players, some explosive.
Yeah, Quillen kid's a good ball carrier.
Absolutely.
Very dynamic, great feet, good vision.
Yeah.
They put him all over the field.
We'll have to match the physicality and you know, just continue to play for 4 quarters and. Hope we don't give up a big one here or there. You know, I think we can keep them from driving the field on us. We just got to make sure we're lining up correctly, doing all the stuff we've done the past, you know, handful of weeks, and I think we'll be okay.
Yeah. So again, it's a good team. Definitely going to be probably our toughest challenge so far. We've played a lot of physical teams. There won't be any shock to our kids. I do think they've got a couple of kids that are, you know, exceptionally physical, 33, 44, number 4, really good football
54
players.
On the offensive line.
Yeah, 54.
He's a big man.
It's every year with Greenville. They've just got big physical kids.
Very similar to E-Town and, different names, but it's the same team.
Oh, yeah. They're going to come off the ball and just try to mash you.
We're all have to play the hand dealt us. I would say this year, I think they're a little bigger, more physical, and more athletic than E-Town this year.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think that's. I think coach and wash, but I'm just saying player-wise, I think they're a little bigger, a little more physical.
I'd agree with that.
So it's going to be a tough test for us this week.
Sure.
So before we go to break, Coach, give a quick shout out, Coach Lambert.
Yeah.
His mom had surgery today.
Yeah.
we want her to know she's in our prayers.
Be thinking about her tonight for sure. Be praying for her. Coach, we're going to take a quick break. We're with another playoff edition of the Davey Gillum Show. We're live here once again at the Edgemore Outdoors here in Claxton. Come by and see Vance and his all-star sales team here for your next fishing or outdoor adventure. Be right back.
Hi, I'm Anderson County Head Football Coach Davey Gillum, and I want to tell you about my friends at Exterior Home Solutions, East Tennessee's first choice in roofing. They've been servicing East Tennessee for over 20 years, achieving a 4.9 rating on Google Reviews, and are listed as a platinum contractor by Owens Corning. Financing is available. I invite you to learn more about my friends at Exterior Home Solutions on their website, exteriorhomesolutions.com, or give them a call at 865-524-5888.
At Ray Varner Ford in Clinton, we believe in turning moments into memories. From life's milestones and growing families, Ford is there every step of the way. 2023 Ford Bronco 2-door 4x4, $51,885. 2024 Ford Edge all-wheel drive SEL, $38,803. A 2023 F-150 4x4 Super Cab, $46,985. Local you trust, a new Ford your family can afford. Ray Varner Ford, your East Tennessee Ford dealership.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
The Free Medical Clinic of Oak Ridge presents New Year's Eve 2024 Countdown on Sunday, December 31st, 2023 at 9 p.m. to January 1st, 2024 at 1 a.m. Live band, food truck, hot air balloons, sponsored by Tennessee College of Applied Technology, Baird, the City of Oak Ridge, David Coffee, BBB Communication, and Holloway Event Company. Ball drop and fireworks. Come with your friends and family to count down the new year together. Don't miss it. Free to the public. For more information, go to fmcor.org.
To another playoff edition of the Davey Gillum Show. We're here at Edgemore Outdoors in Claxton. Come see Vance and his all-star sales team to help you with your next fishing outdoor adventures. Coach, we had a great defensive show right there. They did a great job right there on defense, but the offense, 21 points, did a great job right there getting the ball on their side of the field, making some big plays, extending some plays, but also running our offense and doing what we do. Coach, we got offensive coordinator John Chabot with us right there. John, thanks so much for taking time to come visit us.
Absolutely.
I know you've got a busy week. Zay Hall, quarterback, with us right there. John, talk a little bit about the offense right there. You guys did a great job Friday night putting it together.
I tell you this, it's nice to be able to lean on Coach Sloan and Coach Lambert's defense a little bit there. And they've been really phenomenal all year long, and it's really when you go out there, and like I said, we were backed up on the goal line 3 straight times, really couldn't get out of there. And they stood tall. Yeah. And then my guy number 12 over here, man, he made some big plays outside the pocket, and that's what he does, keeping his eyes downfield. And then you got to shout out to number 10, Dalen Cole, always being he's 7'11", he's always open.
That's great. Yeah. Zay, talk a little bit about the offensive line.
I feel like I had all day to sit back there and throw the ball. I really didn't have any worry coming into the game. They do what they do 99% of the time. Yeah. Great group of leaders on the line for sure.
Feel confident back there knowing Grayson's sitting up there and Eli and Ty and Taylor Davis and Jeremy Hall.
No worry about coming into any game about protection.
Those guys,
they always have my back.
They've done it all year. They've done a great job.
Yeah, really smart kids. I mean, just to understand protection schemes and where to set the protection and about blitzes. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to shout out to Ty Murphy, man, because he was able to snap the ball and actually get out and pull and make some plays out on the perimeter.
Coach, I think he pulled one time way out there on a pass play and got back. He was a little.
That was all part of it. He's drawing coverage.
I thought he was going to catch a pass one time and he got back.
Yeah, but he did a great job. And, you're talking about probably one of the smarter players that I've been around, Grayson Bradshaw. he understands from all 5 positions up front, can get us right when the look might not look right, and he's another coach on the field, right? And he gets a lot of those guys right, just from a schematic standpoint up front, whether it be in the blitz protection or whether it be in the run game. So it's a lot of fun when you got kids out there that can think and make adjustments on their own.
Coach, talk about Jeremy Hill and Jackson, or Jeremy.
Yeah,
Jeremy
I mean,
Jackson.
these guys, Jeremy Hall, Hill and Hall clan. They, being young players. I mean, Hill's just a sophomore. Hall's not played, but this is his 2nd year with us, right? And I mean, just grown up throughout the season, do a great job. Both athletic. I'll still remember. I can picture it right now. Jeremy Hall versus Clinton pulling out on the screen and cleaning it all the way down the field.
Yeah.
I mean, him and Nick Moog stride for stride right there. So they've came a long way since the beginning of the season and done a phenomenal job for us. And I got to mention Taylor Davis as well, because he'll come in and he'll mix it up with anybody that wants to mix it up with him.
Yeah,
and
undersized, but man,
undersized,
big fight.
full speed, and so it's a great group up front. And Coach Branch and Coach Rush do a great job with them. It's really a fun group to be around, a fun group to coach, and they did a great job. I mean, Elizabethans, there's no joke in the box.
Right.
They do what they do, and they do it really well. They got some big kids in there. The ball kid, number 82.
He's offered by everybody.
Yeah,
I think
he's
he
hard
got
to
more
handle.
after our game.
Yeah, he's hard to handle, and honestly, 52 Nelson held his own against it. And, we made some plays throughout the run game. I'd like to see us make some more, maybe a little more splash plays, but we were able to move the ball, especially in that first half, move the ball, and then we capitalized. And, you got guys like Dalen and X and Trent and all those guys on perimeter, Evan out there on the perimeter. They can make things happen, and, we got to lean on it. We got to lean on up front, and then when the opportunity presents itself, you got to make plays.
Coach, talk about Nick Moog too, just a minute there. He consistently, we talk about him every week, and it's easy
and
to over and over again.
I mean,
but the guy just comes to work every day.
That's the guy. I mean, I think he probably had 25 carries. He's close to 100 yards, and they're not easy yards.
Right.
And I don't know if he'd want it any other way. He's that guy. He's just a football player.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the best I've ever been around. I mean, from just all aspects, with a teammate, running back. Like Coach said, on defense, I mean, there's not too many guys doing that probably, getting 25 carries and then playing 50 snaps on defense.
Sure.
I mean,
playing at the level he plays at.
And playing at that level. It's just, I mean, he's a football player.
With a bum wheel.
Yeah, and it is, and it's been injured. And the thing about him, too, is, and a lot of these guys, like, I can put Nick Moog out wide. I can put him in the backfield. I can put him as a tight end, as an H. I mean, he can do it all. And
so
it's just
one thing I say for our offense right now is it's hard for opposing defenses. So I always tell our kids it's more about us, how clean we play. Is the O-line is playing at a high level. You've got at least 3 all-state caliber O-line. Young guys are doing good, coming on every week. You got an all-state tailback, quarterback playing as high as anybody in the state of Tennessee right now. You got receivers at every slot playing at an extremely high level. X is as dangerous with the ball as anybody in East Tennessee. Dalen Coles established himself as a go-to playmaking receiver. Trent Strickland, dynamic, whether he's in the backfield or on the perimeter, and Evan making plays. That's a lot to deal with as a defense. Most of the time, game planning for an offense week to week, we got to stop this guy, we got to stop this guy and that guy. Really, there's 5 or 6 things you really got to worry about.
Without a doubt.
And I think that, our offense shows a lot of balance on Friday night on the stat sheet, but speaks to just the fact that there's a lot of kids really capable of carrying the load when their number gets
There
called.
really is. And like you said, sometimes you can get lost in it, like, hey, we got to get him the ball, we got to get this guy the ball, and you get lost and those things, and it's tough sometimes calling plays and then you just kind of let the game flow to you, and then let number 12 distribute it to where it needs to go. And then, here recently, man, he's making plays with his legs and then getting outside that pocket and making it tough on defenses. We've all been there when you get that quarterback that can do a little bit of both and keep his eyes downfield.
Yeah.
Big plays seem to happen when that happens. I mean, I remember watching Texas A&M and Nick Saban, and they stopped Texas A&M's offense, but they couldn't stop Johnny Manziel.
Yeah.
And that's a tough thing to hold.
And that's that balance, I think, for us is, running the ball, making plays when they're there, and just like Johnny mentioned, make sure we don't have a negative in the.
That's a big one. Yeah, if we can stay away from the negative plays and not get behind the sticks, and we're typically going to move the ball up and down the field.
So we do talk to the kids every week, and you look at our 4 losses. Every one of them, we feel like we were responsible for it. It wasn't this team's better than us. Early in the year, a lot of variables going on, a lot of new kids playing, new OC, new quarterback. We have pieced together and found our identity. Everybody's kind of found their way, and in the process, Zay Hall, we go from early in the year not even hardly knowing the plays to leading the state of Tennessee in passing. Speak a little bit to his progress and where we started, where we are, and how that's helped.
Yeah, it's been astronomical. I mean, just from week 1 to think back to it, and he was in a tough position.
Yeah, it was
when he
tough.
Came in, and I probably could have done better for him and the offense, but we kept pushing and pushing and pushing to get where we wanted to go. Probably not where we needed to be. We tried to push to where we wanted to go, and we're real close right now to being that. And he's a huge reason. Every Friday night why we can put up points and why we can put a W on the board. I mean, I've not seen, and I've been around some good ones, but I've not seen a high school quarterback that can sling the ball like that. I'm talking sideline to sideline.
Any throws they can't make?
There's not a throw. Now, there's some he won't. But there's not any he can't. I'll go ahead and tell you that right now.
Speaking to his comfort level, I've seen a big difference in practice the last 3 weeks, him throwing for scout team.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to tell him, he needs to have more confidence in that ability because he's got the arm talent to be wrong and still be right.
Without a doubt.
Because it's not just a cannon. He's actually deadly accurate.
Oh, it's accurate, and it comes out of his hand like nothing I've seen before. I mean, it's one of those radio balls.
Just some real quick stats, 3,000 yards. Congratulations on that. Went over the 3,000 mark Friday night.
About 3,200 now.
Yeah. Davion James, he's about 1,200 yards receiving. Trent Strickland is at about 800, a little over 800. Dalen Cole, about 700 right there. So some really good stuff to work with. Of course, Nick Moog over 1,000 yards rushing. So great job right there. Coach, you mentioned a couple of losses during the season, but 3 of those 4 teams are still playing in the quarterfinals right now, and four teams were on our schedule still playing in the quarterfinals right now too. So
yeah, that's a great stat for us to hear.
Yeah, really good right there. So we had a tough
schedule.
I don't
know who did the schedule.
I don't know who did that schedule, but whoever did that,
it could have been worse, believe it or not.
I'm telling you.
Could have had another quarterfinal team on there. I know. There's another one out there.
There's very few people other than me and Coach Terry that can appreciate how hard it is
to get
put
that
a schedule together after you're coming off a state championship.
Yeah, that was brutal.
Season.
You find out that people don't like you as much as you
got 5 region games, and you're guaranteed that, and then you got to go.
Everybody answers your call to you win the state championship, and then nobody wants to answer the call.
I wish that were true. It's been a decade since we've hardly been able to fill the schedule like we wanted to. It's been hard. Usually, at the end of the day, we're talking to
state champions.
We're talking to Alcoa. We're talking to Maryville. We're talking to Baylor. We're talking to Innsworth, McCauley, and
these teams in and around the East Tennessee area.
I mean, a couple of years ago, we had to play E-Town in regular season. Just the same problem we got.
Sure, they got the same issue. They were going to have 9 games if we didn't play that game. So
So Zay, it's been a great year. It's not over yet. We got a ways to go, but definitely had a lot of progress. Speak to just starting here, where you were when we got you as far as knowing the offense, and how do you feel now going into quarterfinals?
I'll tell you, when I first got here, I looked at the plays and everything, the calls, and I sat there and I was like, what in the world is this?
That's what I
Me too.
And I mean, from the first game, I really just didn't have everything figured out. Like
When did it start clicking for you?
Carter.
For
sure. I mean, it was definitely Carter. I could feel it. Like when you have something figured out, and I think from there, it got more as we went through practice, and each game, I feel like I got a little better. But definitely those first 3 games, though, just the terminology was just. I mean, I've never been used to terminology like that. It's really a very, I'd say, a well-executed offense. I mean, Coach Showa knows how to put people in places where the defense is not really ready for it. It's definitely the
sometimes the offense isn't ready for it either.
During practice, I mean, sometimes
I have noticed the pre-snap huddle back there with you and the receivers trying to decipher all the 10 motions and tags Coach Showa, because it's getting a little smaller and a little quicker.
It is. We at the beginning, I mean, the motions was just crazy. Like
I think
we'd have to get back there. Are you motion? Are you like which one is it? But I mean,
Coach Showa went to the John Gruden School of play call tags.
I can tell. I mean, I've watched videos of John Gruden calling plays, and then I get the play call from each practice, and I'm like, what? Like, me and Nick are back there just like, sometimes we're just, okay. But,
It's a team effort.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Group project on the motion calls.
Yeah. But I'd say definitely, I mean, from the Carter game on, like everything, I feel like it's flown in a fluid motion. Like, I feel like everything's just been going very fluent from then. I mean, I don't have a problem with anything. Everything feels like the first 3 games, I'd say I was very like tensed up and not comfortable at all.
And still at that point, I know there was a lot of plays snapping, and you're trying to figure out the plays and the reads.
I remember one time
just like the defense was at snap.
Yeah, I remember one time I clapped and I wasn't even looking at the snap because I was still trying to figure out what was going on at the defense, but.
Let's look at some video from Friday night.
Coach Showa, if you can take us through some of the plays and maybe give us some insight to the calls.
All right there we got a one down call right there in the defensive end. Fights back out. Nelson kicks him out. We get a nice little seam. Here we go, Y36 short. We got RPO tagged with it. So we throw the fast screen out for a first down. He does a great job reading those. We got, I think that's Ty pulling right there on the center pull, and Nelson on the edge. Another RPO. He actually checked that one himself, as I'm glad to see. We try to give him the freedom. If he sees something, hey, man, he's going to take it.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah, Y36 short. Sometimes he takes it and you don't want him to. I mean, he may check a corner go route and you don't know what's going on. There we go, drop back pass. Creating time, extended play. Trent Strickland behind the defense, as he usually is. Big play to start off the game, get us down here right there inside the red zone. And then from here, run game, Ty coming back out, doing a great job blocking on the perimeter, because those blocks take some time now, no doubt about it. And then we go RPO right here. Our man, X, is going to win if he's one-on-one, boys, and I'm just going to tell you, he can make it happen.
Yeah, tough catch, contested, good ball placement, good timing.
Come back, another down call right there, and then just taking advantage of how the defense wants to play us.
I mean, that's big time movement from that OL.
Again, 82 ducks inside, so we let him play his game a little bit. He is a great player, so you want to give him some freedom. And basically, we just block where he goes down, we go down.
Great job by Nelson.
Great job by Nick Moog making a second level miss.
And to finish it like that too. Yeah. He doesn't just go down; he's going down on somebody.
Yeah, he's going to finish.
Yeah, he finishes the run.
We get a little outside zone. We end up getting a log and a bounce. He makes a second level miss again.
Great job there.
And got to continue the drive.
Yeah, Nick moved deceptive with his moves right there.
Again, athletic quarterback and Dalen Cole.
Finding Dalen Cole.
Understanding scramble drill, understanding how to get open. So you see him, he takes it up, he's vision on the quarterback, breaks it right back out.
Yes, sir.
And
great
Zay
job.
puts it on the money for him.
Nice.
I know defensively, those are such frustrating plays.
Here you go, another slant.
James.
Great timing, great ball. That's off of RPO action. We see it out there, we take it.
Coach, but they were all in plays like that.
Yep.
You had to make a catch, and he made them.
There we are, pulling again for a big first down. Yeah. Big Ty Murphy out on the edge. Yeah. Again, here comes scramble drill Dalen Cole. He just lulls people to sleep.
Yep.
And you don't get to say this often. He just outruns everybody to the end zone.
Everybody to the end zone.
Yeah.
He is savvy with the football.
I'm telling
slippery.
You, he is slippery.
Great run. Great catch.
That same call.
So you see 82 gets a good power rush. The Dalen just
works the route.
Nice. Yep. And makes somebody miss. Great job blocking. I don't know what number that is. That Trent?
Yeah.
That Lake City connection, man. You got to have it.
Great job. Another breakup, please.
A little sprint out throwback for a first down to Mr. Dalen Cole. Again, making somebody miss. Eli Nelson doing a great job. That's a big first down because that was a 3rd and 8. And hand off to Nick Moog right up the middle for another 6 or 7. As you can see, man, if we could consistently get that run game doing what we did in those few plays we saw in the highlights, that benefits us.
Really
to a great extent.
In the game, anything that ain't just explosive, you don't always feel great about it.
Right.
But at the end of the day, really, the run game was solid. Great movement up front. The only status quo plays we had run-wise, a couple of mistakes by young guys here and there. Whether it's a step or a missed assignment.
Missed assignment. And then
had a few of those.
on the goal line a few times. We just got to find a way to make sure when we're down there and we're backed up that we got to find a way to get out of there. And it's tough to run the ball because everybody's expecting to run, and you got to be able to make some plays down there for sure.
And those guys are extremely heavy-handed in the box.
Oh, yeah.
Big, physical, come off on you. And it ain't easy. I mean,
no, it's not easy.
And I say that about the O-line and the run game, really bragging because unless you've played the E-Towns and Greenvilles, you don't know how hard that is to do.
That's true. That is true.
They've played 11 other games other than that, and you're not going to turn on the film and see that.
You don't get to see those kinds of runs happening unless they're playing each other a little bit and then some break.
Yeah. Coach, let's take a quick break. We're here at Edgemore Outdoors here in Claxton. Come by and see Vance and his all-star sales team for your next outdoor fishing adventure right there. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Anderson County head football coach Davey Gillum, and I want to tell you about my friends at Exterior Home Solutions, East Tennessee's first choice in roofing. They've been servicing East Tennessee for over 20 years, achieving a 4.9 rating on Google reviews, and are listed as a platinum contractor by Owens Corning. Financing is available. I invite you to learn more about my friends at Exterior Home Solutions on their website, exteriorhomesolutions.com, or give them a call at 865-524-5888.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores, and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies' boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
At Ray Varner Ford in Clinton, we believe in turning moments into memories. From life's milestones and growing families, Ford is there every step of the way in this pre-owned 2021 Kia Seltos all-wheel drive 27905, a 2019 Ford Raptor SVT 4x4 Crew Cab 59792, a 2021 Ford F-250 Crew Cab 4x4 Lariat Power Stroke 62945. Local you trust, pre-owned vehicles you can afford. Ray Varner Ford, your East Tennessee Ford dealership.
The Free Medical Clinic of Oak Ridge presents New Year's Eve 2024 Countdown on Sunday, December 31st, 2023 at 9 p.m. to January 1st, 2024 at 1 a.m. Live band, food truck, hot air balloons, sponsored by Tennessee College of Applied Technology, Baird, the City of Oak Ridge, David Coffee, BBB Communications, and Holloway Event Company. Ball drop and fireworks. Come with your friends and family to count down the new year together. Don't miss it. Free to the public. For more information, go to fmcor.org.
All right, welcome back to the Davey Gillum Show, sponsored by Exterior Home Solutions. If you have storm damage or just need someone to come look to your house, give our good friend Jeff Hedrick a call at 524-5888. We're live once again at Edgemore Outdoors, where our good friend Vance Barrier.
We got a good friend Lance Freeman too.
Got a good friend Lance and a good friend Vance Barrier. He's here. He owns the Edgemore Outdoors. Come by and see Vance for your next fishing or outdoor adventure out there.
I need to shout out Vance because my mom ain't caught a fish in like 6 years.
Yes, I remember this
and
story.
I bought her. I said, Vance, man, you got to hook me up with something. So Edgemore Outdoors, I went and bought some things from Edgemore Outdoors. Next thing I know, she's catching fish. So.
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
And she loves it.
We got like a 35-point elk back there behind us too. And that guy's back here staring at us all the time. A big turkey on the wall over here. Lots of fun stuff here. There he is.
There he is.
Get part of him in there.
Yeah.
He knocked me out earlier.
Yeah. Coach, let's talk about Greenville for a few minutes. Their defense right there. I know you've got some things for them. They're huge up front. I know that.
Big old boys now.
They're huge up front. Their linebackers are big. Their
Things always constant. Extremely physical, extremely heavy-handed. Backers extremely physical, move well,
Our
super
cup of
aggressive.
tea. We love it.
Hard to run the ball on.
Yeah, they seem to like football a little bit.
Yeah.
They seem to like the physicality of it. They do a great job with their kids, man. Because they are, and there's a lot of times you see physicality from a front four. You see physicality from a front seven.
kid.
They see physicality from all 11 of these dudes.
Yeah.
So they do a great job. And we got our hands full. They got a couple of bookends that can really make things happen.
33-44.
So it's going to be a great challenge. Yeah, 33-44. It's going to be a great challenge for us.
Byron Myers and Zach Chrisman.
Myers, coach last year, gave us fits.
He did.
He was all over the field. 44 is really good too.
Yep.
4 is all-state linebacker.
Emmanuel Dixon.
But 33, he's a special kid.
He is.
Great motor.
Just relentless.
Strong,
like said,
athletic.
Yeah, physical. I mean, I think he's probably 220, 230.
He is.
About
6'1". Good job,
yeah. I mean, he uses his hands well.
He does.
And he don't really slow down throughout the game. I mean, he just continues to bring. And really, their whole defense does that.
The whole team plays like that.
They play that way, do a great job. And we do have our hands full, but, hopefully we got some things for them. We got some great players as well, and we don't mind to mix it up with you.
I love it.
We will.
We've been in that game. Wes was that game. Bearden was that game. So that's a game. That's our cup of tea and our style game too.
Yeah, we've all played each other. I don't think they're expecting us to come up there and lay down for them. We're not expecting that from them.
Ain't nobody laying down.
No.
They're a well-coached team, great program, great community. Again, us, E-Town, and Greenville, very similar.
Mm-hmm.
All of our communities love the program, love their kids. It's a big deal on Friday nights there. Again, you get into that SEC top atmosphere where you got big-time programs going at it and big fan bases.
Awesome.
I mean, it is going to be physical.
Great atmosphere, and
I think a very even game. I really think who plays cleaner will probably be the team.
I think that's probably the case. You have to execute the things you're trying to do, because if you're just going to rely on, hey, we're going to go against this player and throw out the ball, you might not win too many of those battles. Like, you've got to make sure you're taking the proper step. You got to make sure you're taking the proper angles.
Yeah.
You got to run the right depth on your route. You got to make the right reads from quarterback. You got to run physical. You got to protect the football, right? And you can't. That's the big one. You can't give it away in games like these. You got to protect it from the quarterback position and from your ball carriers. You just can't do it.
So we address that, as a coaching staff from all ends. Special teams are going to be big.
Yeah.
Greenville's always got great kickers and punters. When they kick off, you typically got to go 80 yards. That makes it hard against a great defense, physical defense. And, much like Elizabethton, you don't get many chunk plays against these guys.
That's the thing. They try to keep a top on you.
They do a good job of it.
And they do a good job of it. So if you beat them, you've done something. So you've got to execute. I don't want to say methodically down the field, but you got to be willing to take the 5 and 6 yards and continue on with it, because they want you to try to get impatient and push the ball a little bit, and they keep a top on it. And
and then really against E-Town, E-Town got in trouble in some of those D&D situations, being forced to push the ball and got some turnovers. But then again, offense, we got to take care of the ball, and we can't let penalties get us behind the chains, because against really good defenses, one holding call, it's hard to overcome.
That holding call's tough. I'm glad they changed the rule.
Yeah.
From not at that, the spot foul, especially when you're in a pass protection deal. But
I think we did overcome 1 or 2 holding calls.
Yeah, and it is tough when you get 1st and 20 or 2nd and 15 to be able to overcome those. And I mean, you don't want to live like that all night. So you got to make sure, and especially, sometimes you're in a great block, but there's a jersey that just pulls away.
Sure.
And they see a jersey pull away, that flag's coming out. So we, a lot of times on the perimeter, tell our guys, hey, listen, if that jersey starts pulling, you're just going to have to let go.
Yeah.
Because at that point, they see it as a hold. Sometimes I don't see it that way. I don't know why that is. But, that's how we try to coach it.
When you were the defensive coordinator, I seem to remember that you did see it there.
I don't mind that. The problem with defense is that PI call.
The PI,
that one just,
no doubt.
It gets after me.
That's very frustrating, it is. No doubt. It continues to be.
Well, Coach, we probably ought to go on to break, and we can start with our pick'em.
Yeah, we're going to bring back a crew back up here to do the pick'em part right there. Coach, one last thing before we go on to break right there. 2017, last time at Burley up there.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Mason Phillips, Dalton Wilson, Stanton Martin, Ryan Moog, some Trey Nose.
Yeah, some great, some
legends
right there.
An incredible game. The atmosphere at Burley Stadium, you better get there early.
You better get there early.
You better get there early.
Yep.
If they let you in.
That's the truth.
It's gonna be a wild
it'll be
championship
electric.
SEC atmosphere.
It will be
up there.
I mean, honestly, and I'm sure Greenville or E-Town feels the same way. I love being at home and I love winning, but there ain't nothing like going on the road.
Yeah.
Right? And taking it right from their home their home field and taking a victory. There's nothing like it.
I said this earlier I was talking to a guy the other day. I said, they start talking about this game back in May and June. People on the internet, websites, those type things, people in both communities, they want this game.
Oh, yeah.
And they've been talking about it. They're going to get it Friday night.
I'm
excited to be a part of it again. We're going to head to break right here. Once again, we're live at Edgemore Outdoors. Our good friend Vance Beer. Come by and see him for your next outdoor fishing adventure. We'll be right back with the Pick'em.
Hi, I'm Anderson County head football coach Davey Gillum, and I want to tell you about my friends at Exterior Home Solutions, East Tennessee's first choice in roofing. They've been servicing East Tennessee for over 20 years, achieving a 4.9 rating on Google reviews, and are listed as a platinum contractor by Owens Corning. Financing is available. I invite you to learn more about my friends at Exterior Home Solutions on their website, exteriorhomesolutions.com, or give them a call at 865-524-5888.
At Ray Varner Ford in Clinton, we believe in turning moments into memories. From life's milestones and growing families, Ford is there every step of the way. 2023 Ford Bronco 2-door 4x4, $51,885. 2024 Ford Edge all-wheel drive SEL, $38,803. A 2023 F-150 4x4 Super Cab, $46,985. Local you trust, a new Ford your family can afford. Ray Varner Ford, your East Tennessee Ford dealership.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
The Free Medical Clinic of Oak Ridge presents New Year's Eve 2024 Countdown on Sunday, December 31st, 2023 at 9 p.m. to January 1st, 2024 at 1 a.m. Live band, food truck, hot air balloons, sponsored by Tennessee College of Applied Technology, Baird, the City of Oak Ridge, David Coffey, BBB Communication, and Holloway Event Company. Ball drop and fireworks. Come with your friends and family to count down the new year together. Don't miss it. Free to the public. For more information, go to fmcor.org.
Davey Gillum Show, sponsored by Exterior Home Solutions. If you got storm damage or just need somebody to come look at your house, give our good friends Jeff Hedrick a call at 524-5888. Coach, we're at a great part of the show right here as we start going into the Pick'em contest right there. Coach, tell us who we got with us right here.
So we got Tommy Lively from Lively
Reflective Concrete, LRC.
My mic going
on? Yeah.
Sorry about that. And I think everybody knows Mike. Mike's been on the last few weeks. Mike Malacote, and then Vance Barrier. His family owns Edgemore here.
Edgemore Outdoors.
So, Coach, we're going to start with our pick'em. We're going to start. We got some big games this week. We're only going to do the local ones, but we got. Mike, we'll start with you. Bearden at Bradley.
I'm gonna take Bradley. Mike.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead and go again.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Bradley.
Tommy, who you got?
Bradley.
Vance.
I'll go with Bradley.
Yeah, Bearden's had a great year.
Josh Jones done a
Bradley's
great job,
got 4 Division I skill players
we
playing
played
DB
them both.
receiver.
We did scrimmage with Boo Carter and his guys right there, and they're a phenomenal group of athletes, and they seem to get it done up.
Yeah, Josh and them do a great job, but I think it's a little outmatched in this one, Bradley.
Yeah, at Bradley. I'm going Bradley too. Yeah.
Yep. So next we got Powell at Knox West. Who you got, Mike?
Phew.
That's a tough one.
That's a tough one.
1 point game, I
think,
last time.
You picked Powell last week, I think, and they won. So.
I did, but I don't think they can get past West. I'm going to go with Knox West.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got Knox West also.
I'm going West. I think it's a tough game. Down to the almost last play. I think 1 point game, blocked field goal in overtime.
Yeah, last time they played.
It was the difference last time. It could go either way. I think Knox West overall is just a little more solid. I'm going to go Knox West too.
Yeah. I think the physicality, Knox West, when we played them 8-7 right there, that was just a brutal physical football game. I loved watching it. I'm going with the Fighting Lamar Browns from West.
All right, next we got huge win for Clinton last week over Oak Ridge. I think they'll travel down to Walker Valley. Clinton versus Walker Valley. Who you got?
No, they come here. It's at Clinton.
Oh, they're home.
Yes,
wow.
They got a home game for that.
That's going to be tough for Walker Valley.
I'm going to say go Dragons.
Oh, wow. Never heard you say that before.
Well, go Mavs first, right?
Walker Valley's got a lot of talent, but I think Clinton edges out.
I'm picking Walker Valley.
I honestly don't know a ton about Walker Valley. Watched them play a little bit.
Scored 70 points on Campbell County.
I did. I saw
Some
that.
People can't score 70 on air, coach. And they scored 70.
Clinton's got a lot of talent. I think they're really starting to get it together. Highlights I saw last week. Keith running around making plays. A lot of talent on the perimeter. I'm going to take Clinton. I think they got a lot of potential. I won't be surprised at all if they win that game.
Walker Valley. Yeah, let's go on to the next one.
All right, next one. GP. I think they've won 9 in a row, or 10 in a row, but they got Alcoa. It's a tough one. GP and Alcoa.
Yeah, I just don't think GP can outman Alcoa. I got to go with Alcoa.
Yeah, I've got Alcoa also.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Alcoa on that one too.
Yeah, a great year for Gatlinburg Pittman.
Yes,
coaches,
got a great football team. Got some really good
team.
athletes.
I think got a big-time receiver, big-time quarterback. Done a great job. But Alcoa is a machine.
They went over to Austin East last week and put on a clinic. I think it's nothing the first quarter.
Yeah, I don't know. There aren't many classifications
that Alcoa can't.
That Alcoa wouldn't win. So
Brian Nix does a great job there, and
that's just a machine there.
I'm going Alcoa too.
Alcoa. Yeah. All right. Next we got Coalfield at Oliver Springs. That's back to Oliver Springs at Coalfield. Coalfield's a tough place to play.
And it is.
Game was, I think, closer than Coalfield would have liked it last time. I think Coalfield will be motivated, but that's going to be a big game.
Yeah, it is.
We threw with Oliver Springs this summer, and they had some really good-looking kids. That's probably a really good football team right there.
They do.
Mike, who you got in that one?
I think Coalfield's. I think they're going to win pretty good, pretty big. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Coalfield with home field advantage gets it done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Coalfield on that one too.
Gotcha. I know Benson and Mark Napier real well, and I think they feel confident. It is a big game, but I think Coalfield pulls it out, and maybe in response to the way the first game went, maybe big.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Coalfield. I'm going Coalfield.
All right. We got a couple of college games. Not a ton of big games this week. I know the Vols had a rough showing last week, but they got Georgia this week in Neyland.
You're going to be there, right?
Possibly. The jury's still out on that. I don't know yet.
Yeah.
The Vols got a shot.
Yeah, 1 minute.
Neyland is a tough place to play.
It's going to be electric, too.
It's going to be electric. I'm going to say go Vols.
Go Vols.
Okay.
Tommy?
It's going to be tough. I like the Vols, but I don't know if they can get by Georgia.
I'm a homer there. I'm going to go Tennessee. They'll get it done somehow.
It'll definitely be somehow because, watching the games, I don't know how that's going to happen. Georgia, really good football team, playing even better every week. I think Tennessee's struggling a little right now on both sides of the ball. Tennessee's fans really going to have to be a big factor to pull this one out. They're going to have to make Georgia really uncomfortable.
Coach, that's going to be our last pick right there. I'm going Vols all the way. I'm a VFL. I love Tennessee Vols. Hey, we're going to Greenville Friday, 7 o'clock kickoff right there, Burley Stadium. Be sure you get up there early and get a seat. You're going to need to. See you back next week. All right.